I'm often asked what an intuitive conversation is. I explain it by saying it's a dialogue between two people. I share my intuitive vision while engaging another person's inner wisdom. And inner wisdom is just another way of saying intuition, because I believe that we're all intuitive. Now, why would someone want an intuitive conversation? Well, sometimes we need a little support on what's going on in our life. Or other times we're just too close to a specific outcome that we desperately want. And what an intuitive conversation does is provide objectivity to what is going on. So maybe you have a challenge in your life that you just can't get through. Or you have a life lesson that you just don't understand. Or you have some blocks in your life that just can't be dissolved. There are things that happen here in the now that you really need help on, and that's what an intuitive conversation will help. The other reason you might want an intuitive conversation is you really want clarity on what your soul purpose is, really why you're on the planet at this time. So an intuitive conversation really helps you get back on track. It's like if you think about a train that is barreling down the tracks and flips off, it can't get back on the tracks by itself. It needs some help. And that's what an intuitive conversation does. So let's go deeper into what exactly an intuitive conversation is. Again, it's a dialogue between you and me. In that, I practice what I call active listening. I engage my full body, which is all of my senses are on alert to pick up the intuitive cues that you are giving me when you talk. I share my intuitive vision, which are gentle, intuitive knowings, inner knowings that surface when my energy body interfaces with yours. I share my intuitive vision really by giving you impressions, and these impressions could be mental impressions like symbols, images, words, even snippets of songs. They could be emotional, that actual physical manifestations of emotions in my body, in your body, and sometimes they could be actual emotions. At one point I was having a conversation with someone and I was just filled with this incredible anger. And so I turned to that person and I asked them, I said, "Are you angry?" And they said yes. So I was intuitively picking up that real emotion that they were having. It also could be an energetic impression. And by that I mean it could be the color of your aura, it could be the density, or it could be congestion in your aura. It could just be a way to describe what's actually going on in your energy body. And your energy body exists like within 3 to 5 inches of your physical body. It could also be a spiritual impression, and that is where you get into understanding soul purpose, talking about guides, connections with other people, with animals. Just what is your soul contract with another person? So we would discuss that in an intuitive conversation. And it is a conversation, it's not a monologue. So it's ongoing sharing. I speak, you speak, I ask questions, you would ask questions. It really is a total sharing to come to understanding. So I really encourage you to respond with your inner wisdom or your intuition. It's navigating your queries to bring clarity and understanding to the situation. And you don't, I want to be clear about this, you don't need to express your questions verbally. Sometimes those are picked up in your energy body. If you have additional questions or for additional clarity, you may want to ask those. So again, I listen without judgment to what you are saying, and I really encourage you to explore with curious daring what we're surfacing. And so it's a way of, I ask you, not to reply with no, but to reply with why not, so that we can really begin to see the possibilities that exist in your life. Okay, so just in summary, what is an intuitive conversation? It's two people engaging in a dialogue. That means that we are sharing with one another. It's a dialogue, not a monologue. Not one of us overcomes or shares all this information. We are sharing actually together. Both of us are intuitive. That's why you come to a intuitive conversation, and why I'm there, is that we are resonating, our intuition resonates with each other. One is the facilitator, guide, and coach, and that would be me. You bring the questions to gain clarity. They could be actual verbal questions, or they could be energetic questions that I surface from connecting with you. The goal really is to work together, to collaborate, to understand your challenges, your life lessons, and really discover how to realign your life purpose using the best, most sustainable course of action. And so at times we may need to go further, and so we may need to engage in what's called quantum healing. But that's another video.